Hello, and welcome to my Pathfinder Indigon build guide. It's a variation of a Winter Orb that I've been running. I wanted to try a few different ascendancies other than Occultist. You've probably seen Somad playing the Occultist Winter Orb. Somad, if you're watching, thank you for making Winter Orb meta again, appreciate it. But I wanted to try a few different ascendancies. I first tried Radar. Speed was great, survivability was alright, damage not really there, so I went back to the drawing boards and I came up with the Indigon Pathfinder. So far it's been actually doing really well. I think it's a very strong contender to the cultist variation, mainly because with the flask effect that we get, we always have the Dying Sun giving 3 projectiles, whereas the cultist can only get 2 projectiles from Dying Sun. So their total projectiles on a cultist is 8. On the Pathfinder we can achieve 9 projectiles. So if we can, let's say with min-max gear, get to about 5 mil DPS, times that by 9, 45 mil DPS. If you look at a cultist, let's say they have 6 mil DPS, pretty min-max, and then times that by 8, that's 48, I believe. Yeah, 6 times that, yeah. So 48 mil DPS versus 5 times that, which is 45 mil DPS, so super close. And there's certain advantages, pros and cons to each. So the best thing I can do is just show you what the Pathfinder Indigon version looks like, and then you can kind of decide, do I want to go Occultist, do I want to go Pathfinder, which one suits me. Maybe you have a really high level Ranger, okay, Pathfinder. If you have a really high Occultist, probably go Occultist. But yeah, the overall build, it's just been a real surprise to me, honestly. So I'll just run a quick Phoenix map. I'll try and show you how it looks when it's mapping, and then yeah, the boss damage as well. Apologies for Headhunter. I'll take it off before I fight the boss to drop the buffs, and then I'll map with it. Just so I have enough stats, because I need the strength. Is there anything else I need to mention? I think so. I think we just run the map, do the boss, and then talk about a few other things. So yeah, Smoke Mine, super nice. Get that movement speed. Legion as well, that's actually good. So the only thing that's mainly a change from the Occultist version is the AoE. At the moment, the AoEs are quite a bit harder to get on the Pathfinder. I think on PoB I have about 25, but ideally you want to be at 28. With a few changes and a few tweaks with min-max gear, I can definitely easily get that to 28, maybe even 29 radius. So in the, in the long run, it's still fine to go Pathfinder. Somad was saying that you want to probably have about 28 radius on your Winter Orb to feel good for single target, to get the overlaps that you want. And I definitely agree with that sentiment. Winter Orb nowadays relies really heavily on the AoE. If you don't have the AoE, then it's like pretty rough. Your damage tanks on single target, and that was the missing link on Winter Orb all along, is you wanted the AoE. So that's why I still go power charge stacking and whatnot. Still run badge. Let me take off this. Alrighty. Let's pop the damage. Probably didn't get the best ramp there. But yeah, bossing is pretty fast, and overall I'd say that the mapping is really solid as well. So if you're looking for a build that can do pretty much all content, then this is the build for you. And I guess I'll run through the gear real briefly, maybe show you a POB, but I will provide a POB in the link. So real fast, I'm just running the Void batteries. It's really hard to compete with them, since they give the extra power charge and we're getting a lot of damage from the power charges. You'd need like ridiculous mirror tier ones to even beat these. So Void battery is the way to go. I have Enhance smoke, divergent smoke mine for a bit more cast. Sorry, a bit more cast and attack speed. Divergent berserk, really nice when you press this and can get, you know, a few winter orb hits on your burst on a boss. It's really noticeable. And then for mapping, it's really nice. So I'm running the divergent berserk here. Gives a ton of spell damage, and you want to have it with the enhanced level 4 enhance. In the helmet, or Indigon is the helmet we use, and we've got the +1 power charge corruption. Definitely want to have that. Hypothermia, Hydrosphere, Bone Shield, and power charge on crit. Then in this void battery we have Vitality, Portal, a Vaal, a Righteous Fire, and Righteous Fire. You can have Righteous Fire at all times, really nice DPS boost. Then we got Badge of Brotherhood, allocates overcharge on the anointment. On this ring, Assassin's Mark, some life, mana, bit of res, some spell damage. I probably will craft a new ring and replace this. On the chest, Explodey, not even elevated, with Frenzy Charge on hits. Got some life on there, some nice energy shield. Unfortunately, agnostic, so don't get energy shield. The gloves, mana, res life with on nerve. You could get the Culling Strike as well, which would be nice, but I haven't gotten around to doing that. Then I'm running Headhunter, obviously it's really nice for mapping. And then on the boots, you got the mana regen enchant, pretty important. Helps keep the berserk up a bit more. And then a lot of res, and then I just have a elusive on crit. Your best in slot would have Tailwind as well, but that's quite hard to get, or costly I should say, so I haven't gotten around to doing so. And then Flasks, I just have Enduring Eternal Mana Flask, Dying Sun, Bottled Faith, Cinder Swallow Urn, and the Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline. Then this last ring here, Essence Worm with Hatred. Sorry, should probably also mention the gems real quick. In the gloves I have Enhance, Second Wind, Arcane Surge, and Arcane Cloak. And then in the boots I have Second Wind, Sigil Power, Flame Dash with increased duration. In the body armor I have Phantasmal Winter Orb. You want the projectile speed increase from this. It's really good, really noticeable. Infused Channeling supports, Hypothermia, Awaken GMP, get that extra projectile, huge damage boost, power charge on crit, and then Controlled Destruction. I need to get Awaken Controlled Destruction, but yeah, that's pretty much the gear and gems. Real quick, the tree, I will basically provide a POV in the link. Let me quickly do this. I don't know if you'll be able to see here very clearly, but this is kind of how I path it. You need a lot of points on Ranger. This is level 99 tree. If I was level 100, I'd probably drop this point here and then pick up these 2 points here. And then probably maybe change a few other things, because I might need a spec into Blast Radius to get the AoE up. Because this is 26. If I get another 3% area of effect on the Void Battery, that might jump up another radius. So at the moment, this is the main task that I have left on this setup, is to get the AoE a bit higher, ideally to 28. I should be able to do that. In my preliminary POV setups, I was able to do that, but it just requires some fine tuning, maybe some, crafting some new gear and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much the POV. I mean, if you have any questions, then be sure to ask that in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer those. Yeah, you should be fine following this. There isn't anything too fancy that I'm doing. Anything that's like pretty juicy is this Unnatural Instinct spot, which picks up all of this area, mana, skill effect, duration, cast speed. It's really insane. For the Watcher's Eye as well, just try and get Hatred penetrate. And at the moment I've got Vitality, Damage Leech, but I probably will change this to Clarity and Mana Recovery. Okay. maybe the last thing would be on your large cluster. I'm running widespread, blanketed snow, and snowstorm. Snowstorm gives a lot of damage from, you know, the bunch of lightning damage we get from arcane cloak, plus the sigil. Makes a big difference. When we drop this to, you know, no stages, our sigil, you know, is effectively giving us 800,000 DPS times 9, so it's quite a lot. And then on top of that, the arcane cloak is giving a lot of flat lightning. So we're getting 10% of that is 20%, I should say, because we have 2 of these, is getting added as extra cold damage against chilled enemies, which is super nice. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I could run like a quick last map again, but I don't really think it's worth it. You kind of got to see everything. Alright, so on that note, I'll just end it there. I don't want the video to go too much longer. I just wanted to get something out real short, fast. If you really want to see more gameplay, I'll be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Scottyr. I'll leave a link in the description. So if you want to ask questions there or view some more gameplay, feel free to ask me. And if you have any comments, be sure to leave them below. I'll try my best to answer those. But without further ado, thanks for watching. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the build. It's a bit of a different one. I'm surprised it even works, but it turned out to be pretty decent. Anyway, that's it from me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!